Hi, I'm Tamsin Wassell, and I'm submitting a proposal to speak at the XP 2017. The title of my talk is The Science of Hiring: What You Don't Know Can Hurt You. And I know you were expecting that this link opened a video of a presentation that I'd given in the past, but I didn't keep any of them. And not keeping any of them is part of the story to how I came to this topic, believe it or not. The topic of using science and technology to improve the people decisions at work. I have been a presenter at numerous conferences and professional organizations, not to mention the dozens, maybe even hundreds of trainings and executive briefings I've given over my 25 years as a consultant, and yes, now you know how old I am. I have been a juried speaker for the $1 Million Roundtable, which is the financial services industry sales event. I've been a speaker for 100 Best Companies to Work For conference. A few months ago, I got asked to be a speaker for Internations Barcelona, and that was actually a lot of fun, but the most satisfying thing about it was the next day, one of the participants posted online that he felt like he had attended a TED Talk. But back to why I didn't save any of those videos over the years that I had collected. Well, 3 years ago, I thought I was giving up my consulting practice. I knew for sure that, frankly, it wasn't being satisfying anymore. What I had been doing is helping organizations address, strategic challenges. I led change management efforts. I mediated a heck of a lot of conflict over the years, and I helped improve processes and systems. In general, actually, I really think I did a lot of good, and the best part of it was I made a lot of friends that started out as clients. But there were aspects of the work I really didn't like, and too often it became clear that when I went into an organization that some good people were in the wrong seat on the bus. And a typical scenario would be that a client was having a problem with a key person or a team, and there was a lot of conflict, and they wanted me to turn around the situation. Well, when I would get in there, I would find that there was usually someone or someones that really were a bad fit for the job or the team that they were in. And that bad fit often caused them to start to misbehave or at least just not deliver results. So at the point that the organization had had enough, and the funny thing is that was often like years of doing that, they would call me in and I would have to go and figure out what was going on. And I would discover that usually someone wasn't a good fit and someone had to go and others were going to stay. And that part was not the fun part. So I made a radical change. I closed my consulting practice. I sold or threw away everything I had except for a laptop and two suitcases of clothes. And I moved to Barcelona, to a city in a country that I'd never even visited, to learn a language I didn't speak. But clients kept on calling. Luckily, it was easy to say no because I just wasn't physically present anymore, and the work I used to do required that. But I did accept 2 executive recruiting assignments, even though I hadn't done much recruiting in the past. So I went back to school, and I studied all the science and the techniques and the tools needed to make great decisions for hiring. And what I found made me understand why I had spent 25 years helping move people out of the wrong seat on the bus. It turns out most organizations don't even have a clue as to how to hire well. They're still using hiring practices that began over 100 years ago. And there's science and technology out there that's been around for at least 30 years that they don't even know about. So today I find myself happily working with clients to teach them what the science had long ago discovered. And instead of undoing the mistakes that came from poor choices about who to hire and who to promote, I can now help people find the right seat that will make them successful and help the organization prosper. So I hope you will accept this as a presentation video and that you are interested in how the science can help teams and organizations be more effective and, most importantly, happier. Well, that's all for now. I hope to see you in Cologne in May. Hasta pronto. Adios.